All right, yo, TTO, what's going on? Welcome to Hanging with TTO, where we do this every Tuesday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I was having so much fun with you guys earlier. I'm inside of the chat. If you, I have a little throat thing going on, so bear with me. But all right, so hold on. Let me pause this thing. There we go. All right, so I can see you guys typing and leaving comments, so it's awesome. So much fun earlier. So feel free to write comments and what's going on, because I want to see what's up with you guys. It's awesome to be interactive. We have this new thing where you guys can type and talk to people and like chat with people privately. So dude, utilize it. It's awesome, right? So if you're not, type me a message, type me a yo, give me something to go on, because that's awesome. All right. Hey, from Nova Scotia, look, see? Fantastic. I was kind of teasing Ronnie a little earlier today. She needed to go get water, and I had told her to run. Good times, good times. Gotta love hanging with TTO. All right, we do this every single Tuesday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We also have our tip of the day calls Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get your team plugged in. We also have on Monday nights your opportunity call at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thursday night, you get to hang out, an opportunity hangout with Seth or some of the other leaders at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wow. And we have our Sunday night Millionaire Mindset call on Sundays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Can you guys see a trend there for a second? I hope so. All right, you guys. So I gotta take a sip real quick. A lot of stuff going down this week. A lot of people inside of the chat right now that are actually in, that I can recognize from people tagging me inside of the videos. Who's doing the 30-day video challenge right now? Anybody? Who's doing the 30-day video challenge? Answer me in the chat, because we got it, right? You should be communicating with me now. It's awesome. Answer me in the chat. You're doing the 30-day video challenge. I got, yeah, Debbie, you're doing it. I'm going to start shouting out people up in here. Yeah, Ruby, Wendy, Blaine, rocking. I kind of got a message for you guys that are doing the hangout. I'm going to get serious for a second. You know how I kind of change the face really quick. All right. So if you're doing the hangout, if you're doing the 30-day video challenge, right, got to remember kind of what it's all about. All the messages I keep getting are, you know, I'm not getting the amount of likes I want or the amount of comments I want. Remember that the challenge was put in place for you. Right? It's not about other people. It's about seeing if you can make the commitment to do something, right? Can you make the commitment to go through the full 30 days and stay consistent? Get over your fear of shooting a video. Remember what it's all about. The 30-day video challenge is put in place so that you could see that you could defeat a fear and conquer it. Don't worry about who's liking or commenting. We didn't do this for likes or comments. That wasn't what it was all about, right? That's not what it's all about. It's all about seeing your commitment and making sure that you can get through it, getting out of your comfort zone. Every day, you're going to turn on the video camera, and it's going to be easier. And some of you are falling in love with it. Some of you, the personality comes right out in it, right? So that's one of my tips on the video challenge. I got another one. Buckle up for this one. Here we go. Do my videos at night. You guys are rocking the 30-day challenge. Here's one suggestion that I have for you. In all seriousness, like and comments come with time. That's right, Mike. All right. I don't know, but one of the things that people, you don't need to apologize before you start doing the video. You know, people, confidence is, I'm just going to say what I want to say. I'm running this hanging out. Confidence is sexy as hell, right? You don't have to apologize for anything. It's like, I'm going to rock this strep throat and I look good doing it. You know, like, you don't have to say, I'm sorry it's dark out. I'm sorry my hair doesn't look this way. I'm sorry this. I'm sorry, but this is day 9 and you're going to have to listen to me for the next 27 days. I'm sorry, but. I'm sorry, but. I'm sorry, but. Nah. Be confident in the video challenge. Be confident about it. You guys are killing it. No? people see your confidence. They don't have to know that you just woke up or your makeup's not on or anything like that. No, they want to see confidence. How you talk to yourself allows other people to talk to you like that too, right? You don't want somebody else. I know for me, we have a chat and I tell my friend, I say to them, don't talk to my friend like that. That's how you talk to my friends. Be careful how you talk to yourself too, right? Careful how you talk to yourself too. Rings loud, okay? Be confident in what you do. Don't worry about it. All right, so video challenge. Hope you guys are rocking. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Shout out if you're enjoying the 30-day video challenge. I know for some people it's day 1. For some people it's day 7. It's day 9. It's day 10. And it just keeps on getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's fantastic to see you guys killing the 30-day video challenge. So that is something that has been on my radar for a while that I wanted to talk to you guys about. Day 10, rocking it, Jenny. There most certainly is. Love seeing you guys comment. Right on. All right. So what else has been on the hit list of things for me to talk about? All right. So marketing system stuff. We have the marketing system app. And I've been getting this whole thing about walking through the marketing system. I know Ronnie has asked me, Sandy has asked me, so we're going to dedicate the next hangout to walking through every single step of the marketing system. Front, back, side. You're going to know everything about it. Who wants to know the details, everything I got to share with you? I'm pretty sure I know that sucker inside and out. Inside and out. It's going to be a good one. You're going to want to get your people on there because how do we start, right? How do we start? We start, everybody, it's about having a system, right? It's about having a system, right? That other people can duplicate. It's what it's designed for, right? You can know everything about every single product. You can know everything about all the things that you're supposed to do. You can maybe spit out the 2-minute and the 14-minute video. You can maybe do the opportunity call yourself. You can maybe tell the person every single ingredient that's an instantly ageless, right? But is that duplicatable? What's duplicatable? You have those first set of 9 videos that every single person should be doing before they even get started. It's in the pinned post. It's exactly how do you get started. teamtakeovermarketing.com/sign up new. Somebody put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. How do you get started? Everybody should know that. You watch the first 9 videos, right? You watch the first 9 videos. Then you duplicate everything that he tells you to do inside of there. You shouldn't be able to find your 2-minute link, your 14-minute link, video link. You should be able to manipulate the system. I'm going to show you guys the ins and outs of it and how to use it. It's not just about getting, oh, I got a free sample. I'm waiting for the next person to get me my next free sample. That's not what the system is designed for. You have to remember that. It's designed to help you. You have the app on your phone right now. I'll take you to it and show you how to download it, right? But we have the app on our phone right now. And you can see certain features of the system on your app. You can see leads that you generate, right? You get hit with, wow. You can see leads that you generate. You can see, you can get different alerts to different things that are happening inside of TTO, but it's all about keeping up with your people, seeing where they're logging into, seeing what they're checking in on, and how to stay up with them. Making something that's duplicatable that your people can follow as well. Nothing says getting on the phone with somebody and saying, watch this 2-minute video, watch this 14-minute video, get them on the phone with your upline, than it does with this, like making them do 1,000 different things and telling them a whole bunch of ingredients that are in there and telling them every single thing about the comp plan and all of it. That's not duplicatable. But 2-minute and 14-minute video is duplicatable. That's what the system is designed for. People look for lead capture pages. They look for everything like that. How do they keep in contact with all of their people? How do you keep it organized? How do you stay in front of your people? Autoresponders, all of it. All of that is important. All of that is important. How do you stay organized? All of that is important, right? We need a walkthrough. We're going to go from step 1 to get in the marketing system, go through the 9 videos, how to use each and every link, how to customize links, how you can put your own face in there. The guys that design the system are trying to help you get your face in front of people, right? The autoresponder is designed in there to keep in contact with your people over and over again. But what are you doing on the other side of it? It's a tool. It's a tool, right? What are you doing on the other side of it? Keep in front of your people. When they design the custom video app, shouldn't it be your face? Shouldn't it be your face that they get to see? The tool should be used for all it's worth so that your people know how to use the tool, and their people know how to use the tool, and their people know how to use the tool. So right now, everybody, no matter who you are, if you're sitting here right now, grab your phone. Grab your phone. Just do it. It takes 2 minutes. Grab your phone. Right now, you should all have your phone in front of you. I'm going to show you how to get the app. We should all have it on our phone. You should have your newest person get it right away. They should be going through the first 9 videos right away. You should know how to log into it, right? Because if you can duplicate the same thing over and over and over again, that's what makes the magic happen, right? Think of your McDonald's, how they pump out cheeseburgers, right? Anybody can get on that line. Anybody, it's a system, and they pump out cheeseburgers all day. We want you to use the system, follow the system, and do the same things. Personalize it, make it for you. All right, with that being said, hope you guys had enough time. Grab your phone. If you don't have the Team Takeover marketing system on your phone, the app, you need to get it right this second. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to screen share with you guys. I'm going to do my entire screen. Ronnie, can you unmute for a second? Let me know if you could see that.
Hi, Cheryl.
Hey.
I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, buddy. Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
No, you can't see my phone?
No.
You can't see my phone?
I see you.
Oh, you only see me? Entire screen. Share.
No. Okay.
Now you see something?
I see you duplicated a few times. Oh, now you see my phone. Okay.
Now you see my phone?
Right.
All right, rock on. Ronnie Roeder, we're going to introduce her in a second there. Lots and lots and lots of fun. Hang on to your hats. We're just letting her chill out for a second, get the nerves out while I sit here and chit chat with you guys. All right. So, marketing system. Go inside if you have an iPhone, Android, whatever you got. Go inside of your App Store, your Google Play Store, whatever they want to call it, and search for your app. Wow. Give mine a second to load. Be kind to my phone. I don't know why it doesn't want to load for me. Ronnie, you excited to be here?
I am really excited to be here. Silly, actually, but you sure helped me a lot. 9 days by making me make those videos, like a dress rehearsal every morning.
Right on.
Night.
Should we tell them what happened when we were getting ready for the hangout today? Give everybody a laugh while we're trying to make this thing work out.
Well, I don't consider myself to be a moron, but when it comes to my computer...
No, don't talk to my friends like that. Don't you dare talk to my friends like that, see?
Oh,
help your friends out.
I'm really not a techie, but once you show me once, I should know it, right? But I can't believe that on my Surface, there's some things on it I never opened. So when we started, and you asked me to look for something, I didn't have it up there because I never opened it. I mean, I didn't have my camera app open. I mean, come on.
So, it was good times.
So it was very funny because I was looking for the obvious and it was in front of me, and I was still looking for it 2 or 3 minutes into this conversation.
Right on. If you guys are watching my screen, see the Team Takeover Marketing app? Click on the download button. Takes just a second. Download the app to your phone, our very own app. You should all have your phone open right now. There, it shows up on your screen. You can open it from the app. I have a placement thing. I like to put it where I like it. So that's where I like to put it. All right, click on your app. It says, would you like it to send you notifications? Yes, so that you know when the Monday, Wednesday, all that stuff in the beginning that I tell all you guys, get on this phone call, get on that, get on that, get on that. You know what? It's important to stay plugged in as much as you possibly can. Get your new people to stay plugged in. That's why they got to have the app. How are they going to know when to stay plugged in? They're going to know because they're going to get a notification on it, right? Staying plugged in is like, you know, it's like electricity. What do you get if you don't stay plugged in? Nothing. I ain't going to light up. If you're not staying plugged in, you got to stay plugged in. People love to feel family. I like to know they're a part of something. Make sure your newest person understands that they are a part of something with us. Okay? Click on the OK. Now, all this, set up your TTO training account. You're going to click on that one so that you can see, set, and go through your 9 videos. That should be the first thing that you tell your new person to do, right? Because you need to duplicate the process. You need to duplicate it, right? All right. Come back to your app. You can find out what is Team Takeover, and you can log into your TTO back office, right? Feel free to log into mine. Write down all my stuff, you guys. No, I love you guys when I'm just putting my information right out there in front of you guys, right? All right. So you can see your leads, what's come in today. You get all of this information. Here's the deal. This is what I want to go over with you guys next Tuesday. Is, you see, you can get your leads, you can view your links, you can see all this stuff. And there's so much more to the marketing system than this. There's so much more to than sending out a sample to somebody and following up with them. You know, you can sit here and type in done when you're finished keeping up with this person. There's so many more features in here. What do you do when somebody gets a sample? Are you sending them the follow-up or the thank you video, right? Do you go back into your system and see what they also looked into? Do you see if they're opening up emails? Do you see how to follow up with people? Are you watching all that stuff, right? Because all this stuff is important. All this stuff that you see right here is important. But you get so much more if you log into the entire system, like if you log into your full TTO back office right here. Right? Make sure you get your newest person inside of the marketing system going through the 9 videos. And we're going to talk about all the features of the marketing system next week. Right? I'm going to take the time out. So I'm trying to stop my screen share. I see Mindy Rosen joined us. Hey, Mindy, what's up? Hey, hey, hey. All right. So, now that we went over that, we went over the videos. I'm super proud of you guys, right? All right, yeah, interesting. Hey, look, I'm going to go read really quick and see what you guys are up to. So, the custom videos rock. Yes, everybody should have their own custom video in there. It's awesome. Teresa, what are you talking about? This is Jersey. Don't be giving Jersey a bad name, Teresa. All right, guys are so funny. It is interesting to see what videos they open. You know, you're so much more educated when you follow up with somebody, right? Helps you know if they're interested in Zen or IA or whatever. Super important, right? All right, you guys. So I have Ronnie Roeder and I have Mindy Rosen on the line with me. All right. I'm going to talk to Mindy first, kind of about meetups and how she talks to people. I always have a story about hanging out with people, you know. And this is a good one. I'm just going to kind of operate. Mindy's already laughing. Mindy is already. You get these 2 Jersey people together, anything can happen. Anything can happen. Mindy is the perfect person to talk to about talking to people in public, right? Because I know I'm a little bit shy. As soon as I get in public, I kind of shut this. Stick me in front of a camera, and I'll talk for days, right? but in public, Mindy will bear witness to it. Do I not? Like, I'm like, I got nothing to say. But Mindy just like comes out of her shell and talks to people. She can tell you how to be a part of meetup groups. She can tell you all things about public prospecting. If you don't have a pen and paper out right now, you want to get it, because this information right here that she's going to share with you guys is going to help you in your business, the day-to-day. They'll walk out to your local, I don't know what they call it, ShopRite, or down south they call it like a Piggly Wiggly or something. Wherever you guys go, who cares? Wherever you guys go, Starbucks, whatever, like you could talk to anybody. And Mindy is the perfect example of talking to anybody and having conversation. And it's like everything that we learned in kindergarten, it's making friends. It's all about making friends, right? It's not about throwing up your business. You better have some marketing system links with you, you know, because that's how you're going to funnel your people. All right, so everybody, type in there. Give Mindy a big, huge welcome. Welcome, Mindy. I can't hear you though. You're either muted or or I can't hear you. But I can't. Look at Ronnie's like, guess what? Dude, I'm not the only one who has had technical difficulties, and I am so excited. I cannot hear you. No.
I'm enjoying being a spectator.
I love Mindy. Welcome, Mindy. Hey, Brad. No, I still can't hear you. You better, like, no. Do I have to take over your computer too? Today, I had to take over Ronnie's computer.
And
I have no idea what you're saying. I'm going to go to Ronnie until you get your stuff figured out. But Ronnie, me and Ronnie are sitting there. Say hi to Ronnie. She is part of our leadership council. Super fun.
You'll know I'm saying hi.
And we had such a good time today. If you don't love your TTO family, you really should. Because it is good times, good times. This poor woman was really wanting to make sure that she was going to deliver some value and some content to you guys. And was like kind of a little bit nervous. So we all get nervous, right? No matter where you are at, right? So she got a little bit nervous, and I went through it with her. I took over a computer screen. It was all good, but it was lots of fun. About 5 minutes before, she asked me if she can go get some water, and I told her no. And she believed me.
It's called blind trust. Blind trust.
Oh, I love her. I love her. So Ronnie, tell us a little bit about how, say hello to the crowd. I'm going to kind of read some comments here because I'm really liking the interactive style of this whole thing. So say hello to everybody. Tell us about how you were kind of introduced into network marketing. This is Ronnie's first time. It's a really exciting story. So check it out. Go for it.
I had a really interesting experience because no one recruited me, not really. I decided that I wanted to try the Jeunesse products, and I just ordered them, and I became addicted to the Zen program because I wanted to take some weight off. I was carrying a lot of extra weight for a long time. And I also wanted to try that Instantly Ageless because certainly what I wanted was turn the clock back. There I see Mindy. Hello, Mindy.
Can you hear me?
No, I hear you.
Yay! I told you I could solve any problem.
Okay, good. Well, you know what? I think that one of the best things that happened to me is the fact that I tried everything first, and it worked. It really worked. And when I go anywhere, I didn't even realize how much it worked because I saw myself every day, and then when I ran into friends that didn't see me for a while, they actually looked at me and said, "Oh my God, look at you." And every time I came back home, I took a second look in the mirror and I re-examined the progress, and I said, "Oh my God, look at me." So the best part is that I actually saw a transformation of myself. And when I ran into my friends again, I met them anywhere, they always whispered to me, "You got to tell me what you've done, because whatever it is, I want to do it too." you know, all of a sudden I felt I heard that line somewhere. Wasn't there a movie with Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal where lady says, whatever she's eating, I'm going to have that? Well, that's how it felt. And before I knew it, I was busy signing up this friend to get on the Zen and sending another friend to go get the creams and the skincare with Jeunesse. And I didn't realize it, but I was building a team. And as it kept growing, I kept growing with Jeunesse. And the first thing I did was realize that I better find out as much as I can about this wonderful thing that's going on around me. And I actually booked myself into the university in Toronto where Jeunesse was doing the Jeunesse University, what they call the convention. And I want you to know something, and this is very special. You know, I've been communicating with Cedric, who is my mentor, Cedric Harris. He's amazing. You all know him. Those of you who've been following what's been going on with his Periscope, and he comes online, and he's like got energy. I don't know where he doesn't get it all from Nevo. I know that. It's got to be within him. And so we had built a relationship online, and it felt very nice to feel I had someone to ask questions. And when I came into the hotel, when I went to Toronto, I actually went there all alone. And it's a really interesting thing that I'm going to say. But, you know, being in this industry can be very, very lonely because you're working from home and you're by yourself, and the only interaction you have with your world is through Facebook and all the interaction you're doing with people around you. So when I got to Toronto, I was by myself, and I kind of felt a little strange at the beginning, but when I went into the big hall, I walked in and I saw Cedric. And of course I had my Jeunesse lanyard on, and I made sure that the part that said my name was face front so he could see my name as I approached him, so that he could know this is me that he's been talking to. And you know what, I didn't even have to work that hard because he recognized me coming into the room. He jumped up. That's right, that's it, yeah. And he jumped up and he hopped over a chair to get to me, believe it or not, and grabbed me like I was his family and hugged me. And I said, oh my God. I said, Cedric, he says, I know, you're Ronnie. I mean, what a feeling. It was such a homecoming feeling, a homecoming feeling. That's the only thing I can say. And from that particular event, I realized that this is where I had to go anytime I had an opportunity. So in my short career with Jeunesse, which only started 14 months ago, 15 months ago, I've been to everything I could possibly get to except for Vegas. I was in Orlando in October, and I was very, very lucky. You know, I did say that nobody recruited me and nobody brought me to Jeunesse. I brought myself there. And I consider that the luckiest day of my life. I mean, I could have picked a company that was not as aggressive, was not as creative, that didn't have the success stories behind it. I wouldn't have known the difference because I'd never done MLM marketing. I was in my little world of my own that I was in business and did a whole different thing. I'm an interior designer by profession, so I focused on that. But I picked Jeunesse. How lucky for me. And I ended up on Cedric's team, TTO. How lucky for me. Wow. And it's been nothing but an adventure, not a journey, an adventure. I've met so many people through all the events that I go to. Now, I live in Montreal. I live in a province that's multilingual, actually bilingual for me, with a French community and an English community. So there is a kind of direction that you take so that you can understand the languages of the places you go to. So picking events in the city is a little interesting because I elected to go to anything that I found, whether it was in English or in French. And when I got there, I didn't meet members of TTO. I met members of various teams. And you know what? We embrace each other. It was amazing. I met a number of leaders that were there. Uh, Actually, lucky again, I got to meet Mark McDonald there. I got to meet Stephen Jones there. Now, these are corporate people that we're all familiar with, one doing the Zen Body Project 8. And of course, Stephen, he's corporate and director of sales, and he just wrapped his arms around me too and embraced me. And not only me, but I partnered with somebody wonderful in this industry. I keep getting lucky all the time, so I got lucky for a third time. And I connected with my partner, Diane, and she and I have been a mirror image of each other. Like we're yin and yang, and we're Heckle and Jekyll, and I start a sentence, she finishes. I call her to tell her about an idea, and she says, I was just calling you to tell you the same thing. And, you know, you get that kind of a relationship probably with kids you were friends with when you were a kid in kindergarten, elementary school, high school. And there's always a best friend where you kind of related to and got very, very close. I met Diane only barely a year ago, and I feel like she's been in my life all my life. And that's how we are with each other. And to pick it off even further, we're both blonde, we're both short. I started off, needed Zen in the worst way. She's using Zen and she's excelling on it too. I mean, like, I think we're sisters from different mothers, but really, I just love where it's taken me, and of course we've been together and we've reached some great ranks together, and we're going to climb this ladder.
For sure.
Climb top, I'm telling you. And look, let's not pretend. I'm not a kid anymore. And it's not easy to change directions when you're almost coming towards the end of the station stops. And I worried for a while that this may be a little bit late. And this is a lot of the discussions that I had with Cedric. And I worried. I said, Cedric, am I too late? And he laughed, and he thought that was the craziest question. And I said, absolutely not. And that encouraged me because I was fearing that I might be too late. But I do want to tell you something. I watch all the beautiful people on my team, on TTO, that come on and express themselves, and they talk about coming into Jeunesse, and they tell their stories, they do the videos. Sometimes they're on chat sections, and they're gorgeous. The guys are handsome, the girls are beautiful. And I said, God, what a gorgeous team this is. And they were very young, many of them. And I said, wow, how will I fit in? That was a big question for me. How will I fit in? And I think that I'm going to reach out and talk to some of you who may think that you also may have missed a boat here or an opportunity. And I can tell you, okay, I'm going to share with you my first secret tonight.
All right, hang on, because I want to touch on something really quick, Ronnie.
Okay.
Ronnie will just keep going. Keep giving the microphone.
I'm learning from you. I'm like a train.
Just keep going. No, one of the things that Ronnie touched on was, Robert's talking in the chat, and I'm just going to kind of, talk to you about it for a second. Is, TTO is designed. We're all here. This is why you get your people plugged in, because we all believe in the same thing, the same dream. The relationships that can be created in here will be like nothing you've ever had before, right? Because you've all kind of have the same vision, the same kind of, I don't know, hunger for life maybe. Now you're going to meet some of your best friends here, no matter if they're upline, sideline, downline, wherever they're from. When you may not have support somewhere, you have to think of those people too. This is why we get people plugged into Hangouts and things like that. You can feel sincerity, right? You're talking to Ronnie, and you can feel sincerity in her voice. You can talk to me and feel the same thing. She's talking to you about Diane, who's become one of her closest friends. Oh, I have people like Jackie DeWitt I talk about all the time, who I can get on the phone any moment. We can go from laughter to crying. I mean, that girl's like one of my soulmates. I love that woman. I mean, you're talking to Mindy, who will like go meet up anywhere. You know, when part of getting your people onto this hangout, part of getting your people inside of, TTO and your Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, keeping them all plugged in, making them a part of the 30-day challenge, making them a part of something, making them a part of something, a part of something, a part of something, is because a lot of times we feel left out of something. That's what Ronnie's trying to tell you. You feel left out, you're a part of something here. It's the whole thing. There's always going to be somebody here that can relate to you. Robert's like, where is she from? Where at in Montreal? Oh, Brenda says, I loved meeting Ronnie. Where did you, hold on. Brenda, didn't you say you met Ronnie? There's Lady Brenda who said she met you in Canada. Huh? Like, people will remember this stuff. The relationships that you create right here, right now, with like-minded people, that's the things that people remember. You have to remember the feeling that you give to people and getting them plugged in. We met in Toronto. Brent Stewart, met you in Toronto. Brenda Toutant, met you in Toronto. All these people right now are watching you on the Hangout. Right now, the relationships that you create. Robert, do you see what I'm saying?
Can I tell you a little story about Toronto? I walked into the lobby, and there was this group of people around a long oval table in the elevated dining area, and I heard my name from a distance, somebody calling out my name. And I give a look, and of course it's your sweetheart, Jackie DeWitt. She recognized me from the last time I met her. And she says, I'm over here, and I went over there, and I met, and Cedric was there, and Brett was there, and Brent, and Stephen Levine, and Brenda, and Diane was with me, and we just huddled, and it was like, oh my God, I feel like this. Actually, I felt like I just ran into my family. That's exactly what it was. I ran into my family. And, it's so important that you go to these conventions. I know sometimes it's hard. I mean, Diane and I took a train there because we didn't want to stress ourselves out during the driving. So we sat on a train and we just had an easy ride into Toronto, and we had an easy ride coming home. And we relaxed, and we got into Toronto on our own that way. And whether you take a bus, plane, or train, get there, because you'll never be able to duplicate that experience except hands-on. Touch and feel, smell, hug the people that you've been so close to through a screen on your computer, that you've related to them by telling them things. Sometimes you can't even believe you're telling them because you really don't really know them that well, and you're sharing, and you're exposing yourself at times, and they accept you that way. But when you see them in person and they hug you because of something that you might have said online, a connection you made online, and then all of a sudden they've got you in the real skin. Wow. So, you just go home with so much more than the information you get from the beautiful people that speak and tell you their stories, and that in itself is invigorating, and you just want to go out and slay the dragons and just get to the top of the castle hill, But you go home with friendships and relationships. And this cross-line thing is so important, because when you go to a convention, it's not only your team. Now, I know Cedric is very proud of the fact that TTO arrives at any convention, and we are hundreds, because we meet separately, and I can see and you see some of the selfies that he takes. We're hundreds in a group. But there's thousands of people at a convention, and those thousands of people are from different teams. And you're going to meet them over and over again, and they're beautiful people. They're part of Jeunesse. I mean, Scott keeps saying, one team, one family, one Jeunesse. And I believe in that, and I just know that when I meet all these cross teams over and over again, the friendship has spread so wide that it's endless. It has an infinitive reach, and that's very important. And Mindy, I have to thank you for something. We reached out to each other not too long ago, and we tagged each other. We had a little bit of a little chat over the internet. And when you accepted my friend request, you responded not with a text message. You responded with my very, very first voice message. Do you know how great that feels, that someone who is on the other side of a kind of a TV screen, and all of a sudden when they send you a message, you hear their beautiful voice, you hear the tone of their voice, and now you've got a face and a voice to put together as a person? I think that was very important, and that was a tremendous tip that you gave me. So when I get someone that accepts my friend request, I try very hard as often as I can. I can't always do it because I'm in a place where I can't do a voice message. But when I can, I thank them for accepting my friend request via voice message. That really works. So that's secret number 2. I was going to tell you secret number 1, and I'll tell you one later. But secret number 2, when you can, accept a friend. Don't just type thank you, which is nice too. Don't ignore it, because we all do that. Sometimes we accept friends and we just move on to the next one. Don't. Stop. Thank them for accepting your friend request. And if you can, put a voice message to them and say, hi, I'm Ronnie. Thank you for accepting my friendship. Let's talk again sometime. Bye. That's it. It's great. And you taught me that, Lily. Thank you.
You're so welcome. And you know what? Here's another tip, is that when you are accepting friend requests and connecting with people via, Facebook or Twitter or through Periscope, that you're building an audience, you can start a dialogue. And then after creating that relationship and getting to know that person, you can make that decision whether or not you want to take it offline. And that's where it gets really sexy. So, you go back and forth and you get to know the person a little bit. And I don't ever really talk about business, per se. I don't ever say, I'm with Janess. I don't ever come right out and say that. I go back and forth, and it's all about them. I want to know about them and what they do. And, what they're about, where they're from, do they have children? And I build a little bit of relationship and rapport, and I'm just a person of authenticity. So if I make that determination that this is somebody that I feel of significance, I'll take it to the next step. Besides leaving that voicemail, I will then, build that relationship and, most importantly, bring it offline. And that's how I've connected and really been able to build really, really strong relationships and build a really strong team over the years. So that's something to really take into consideration. And, it takes some courage. It doesn't, you start small, and, you might want to just start on the phone. I love Skype. I love Zoom. So I take it all different places, but you could just start small and start, on the telephone, or start through Facebook, Messenger, and connect through Facebook. Whatever works for you. But if you feel that connection, you want to take it to the next level, because that's what really forms those bonds and relationships.
You're so right, Mindy, because one of the things Diane and I are doing is that we're inviting anyone that's within earshot of our area to come and meet us for lunch. We have 2 luncheons that date scheduled, one in July and one in August, and we're actually doing a Zen luncheon. And it's going to be great. And all we're inviting is anyone who we've connected to online to meet us live, and it's going to be so exciting. We're not treating it like a convention of any kind or a session of any kind, because we know we did some events last year that were rather impressive. We're meeting it in a great little cafe, and we're having a Zen lunch. And I'm going to be posting about it on our TTO page and anywhere else I can. And we really, I don't care if we spill out over into the streets because they have a beautiful cafe outside too. So I think that's great, a way of bringing people together, especially if you haven't had a chance to feel and touch someone personally. And I think that it's important to reach beyond sitting at your desk on a computer. That's very, very true. I just love whatever comes into my life from Jeunesse, I have to tell you. It's very fulfilling. The friendships, the relationships, the honesty that I've encountered, especially in the last 10 days. I've been watching those videos. I've been making those videos. And, you know, those videos, they tell you stuff.
They do.
If you listen to what's being said, they're not just killing time for a minute or two. Sometimes there's some expose stuff going on, and you got to listen. They're beautiful stories, and I hope everyone who's making a video is actually saving their video. There's a little button you can press on your phone, and you can click save, and it actually accumulates them all for you. Don't lose them because they're precious. I know mine are. I mean, I'm discovering things about myself all the time. So secret number one, and I've shared this secret before, is that I'm not a fresh kid out of high school. I'm not a junior bride, not even a medium junior bride. I'm a senior bride. I mean, I wedded myself to Jeunesse in a way, and I'm going to be celebrating my 72nd birthday this January. So I am not a kid. So, you know, when Ronnie speaks, I have experience. I may not have MLM experience to a big way, but I have life's experience. And let me tell you, some of it has been really rocky. Some of it has been really steamy. And some of it has been exhilarating. It has totally lifted me and made me whole. So I have a lot of great things that I could share, just about day-to-day stuff. And I'm always willing to do that with anyone who asks. And I think I give good advice.
They're telling me that you look amazing. Must be luminous. Oh my gosh, you look fab, Ronnie. You're beautiful. You look amazing.
It's kind of like
that.
I have a little routine. It's like a dance in my bathroom. First, I make sure that my water is at a nice good temperature, and I'm busy taking. And I want you to know that anything you do with Luminous, it's teardrop quantity. Teardrop quantity. Because if you're going to do it the way I did it the first time I got it, you're going to be out of product in 10 days. And I said, huh? 10 days and it's gone? No, of course I was doing it wrong. Teardrop quantity, you get a full lather. Teardrop quantity, you get great serum. Teardrop quantity, you get great moisturizer. This is my little routine. And at night, do not use your regular moisturizer. There is something in that night moisturizer that's very potent. And that's the one you use after the serum. And let me tell you, it is so gorgeous on my skin. And I wake up in the morning, do you know that I could still feel the night moisturizer on it? That I almost hate to wash my face again. So I've been doing this now for a year. Look, it doesn't totally erase all my wrinkles, but it diminished them. But it did do one thing. It stopped nuance. Yay! No more. I used to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 around my eyes. Now, there's a lot less, but I don't have nuance. No new wrinkles. So, at 90, when I'm going to do this hangout with you, how old will you be? I will still say, I'm a luminous girl, I'm a luminous girl, and I'm a zenner. I'm a zen body girl. And notice the optimal word. I didn't say woman. I said girl.
Right on. Hey, Mindy, I want to get back. I want to kind of talk to you about the making the relationships that Ronnie was talking about. Oh, hold on.
Are you okay, girl?
Yeah, I'm good.
I want everybody to know that Cheryl Coco is
No.
awesome. She's on here in her greatness with strep throat,
I know.
Oh, I love
a
you.
high fever.
It's all good. It's all good.
She is TTO, man.
All right. We're going to get back to Mindy for a second. Mindy is what I like to call like a relationship guru. Dude, she can make a relationship seriously anywhere. It's everything you learned in kindergarten, but it's all over again. You can go into Starbucks with this woman and come out with 25 friends. I know because I went into Starbucks with Mindy and I came out with 25 friends. Now, if you want to talk about prospecting or making new friends, if you watched Eric Wright was inside of the TTO Dream Team. Do you know what I'm talking about? I think Sed put it in there. He was telling you, guys, make 2 new friends a day. Mindy can make you 2 new friends. She can make you 25 new friends a day. She can make you 25 new friends a day. But you should talk to Mindy. Mindy, tell us about Starbucks and how you make friends. She's also going to tell you about meetup groups and making new friends and taking it online and taking it offline and prospecting these people. But the whole thing is to make new friends every single day. Mindy's a pro, dude. Mindy's a pro. Talk to us about it.
You know what, guys? I just drill it down to simplicity. I take my business where I go. So I am very active in my community. For those of you that don't know me, I'm a mom. I'm a soccer guru, soccer mom. My kids both play very competitive soccer, so I spend a lot of time on a soccer field. They are 12 and 14, and I take my business where I go. So I'm constantly working where I go. I love building online. I love communicating on the computer, but I also love being able to build wherever I go. So like Cheryl stated, I'll start with just the simplicity of being in Starbucks and making a new friend. It doesn't have to be, somebody that you know. It just could be a random total stranger. Look, my favorite new bottle is a Swell bottle. For anybody that doesn't know about a Swell bottle, you have to get one. SWELL. My favorite friend at Starbucks told me about them. It actually says Swell plus Starbucks. I do. I spend a lot of time just sitting and, I'll take my computer, I'll work outside of Starbucks. And I make new friends every day.
You can go out to eat with Mindy and someone will walk her in the rain with an umbrella and she will get this person's phone number and talk to them the next day. And she's not talking to them about her business. She's not talking to them about her business. She is legit making friends. Legit, right?
Legit. You're still jealous that I got a ride with an umbrella and you did it in the rain.
Dude, I loved it. I got splashed by an umbrella in the face. And Mindy walked out with the man holding an umbrella. I got splashed in the face. True story.
And I just had this guy that volunteered to walk me to the car with an umbrella. And these guys were in the car. They were hysterical. But I made a friend. This is what I mean. It's so simple. And he was from South Carolina. He is an architect. He is very closely, he didn't join yet, but he's very closely taking a look at Jeunesse. He has watched our sales video, which is over 30 minutes long, twice. He, loves our products, and he is now considering having his wife build the business with me.
Take note. Hold on, take note. Do you see what Mindy said? She said he was an architect. He's from where was he from? South Carolina. Do you know all the things she just told you about him? Because she was making a friend. Like, how does she know all that? That's all the stuff that you should know about somebody, right? Mindy said he's from South, he's this, he's that. Hold on a second, people. They'll come to me. But she knew all about him, all from somebody seriously walking her out with an umbrella. I know we laughed at the time, but it was seriously impressive. It
No,
was.
I was going like that because Nicholas popped in my office. So rather than have a 12-year-old pop on, I hang
Yeah.
out with us. No, but it's so true. Like, that's how simple it can be in making a friend. I didn't know the guy. We had gone to the Jeffrey Combs event. We went out to eat after, and not only did I make that friend there, but guys, it just think about, don't overcomplicate it. Um, you're going to make me laugh. The hostess, here's another example of just making a friend. I always have samples with me. I don't have any sachets, but I simply put together sachets of 3 samples of Instantly Ageless with my business card and directions, and I always have them with me. And, if I'm out and about and I see somebody that I think might be a good fit for Janess, I might just say, I have this product that, you really might want to think about taking a look at. Well, I did that in this restaurant. She happened to like the product so much that she called me back, and no, actually, she said before we left the restaurant, I might want to sell that product. I know a lot
I
of
was
people.
there. I
Yeah,
know. She said
she was
that.
there.
And she wanted like 3 boxes. And she was talking to every single waitress in there and was like, have you seen this product? I saw this on the internet. Look at this lady's brought this in.
But typically, I don't ever bring up Janess or my business when I'm interacting and meeting with people. At Starbucks, when I sit outside and I work all day, I just make friends. I get to know them. It's about them. You've got to ask a lot of good questions. And when you ask questions, you'll never run out of things to talk about. And then you can turn it around. And then, form them. But in that first initial conversation, you don't want to talk about your business. You don't want to project what you're doing on them. You want to learn about them. And, even if you, on that initial conversation, if, for instance, you're in Starbucks or you're in a restaurant, take down, we all have cell phones now. We all have a notepad in our cell phone. So just go to your notes section, get their name, that guy's name, his name was Tom, get his number and tell him that you're going to reach out to them, on Monday. But here's where most people lose it, is that they don't follow up. A lot of people will take names and numbers, but the fortune is in the follow-up, and a lot of people don't make that follow-up phone call. So be that person that if you're making these contacts and making new friends, which Cheryl's right, I just make new friends all the time, but I do take that time to, portion out my day to make my follow-up phone calls.
Mindy, a lot of people are, I don't have any friends. I love this. I don't have any friends. I don't know anybody. There's nobody that goes to my Starbucks. I don't know anybody. There's groups. There's still ways. There's always going to be a way. So business meetings, groups, if you want to meet people that way. Mindy has another way. If you don't want to go sit down, if you could make excuses all day, or you can make things happen, right? Tell us about the groups that you go to.
Good point, Cheryl. So if you guys have run out of friends, you have been in the no friends left behind club, there is a tremendous amount of opportunity, no matter where you live, where you can connect with people and groups. So with that being said, the best way, no matter where you are in the country, is to go to something called meetup.com. And you can basically just Google meetup.com, and within meetup.com, I wrote down some of the categories that I've actually joined some of the groups that I'm associated with. So let's just say you Google meetup.com. You're going to sign in, just like you would sign into anything else. You're going to pick that group that interests you and that's related to our business. What's our business avatar? Our business avatar is cosmetics, it's weight loss, but it is also people that are entrepreneurs, network marketing, professional marketing, motivated entrepreneurs, entrepreneurial groups. Some of the examples of the groups that I've joined. So if you Google meetup.com tomorrow morning and you want to go find groups, let's say in Canada, you might pull up Millionaire Ladies Group, Business Network Meetup. I happen to belong to one that's Jersey Prosperity Meeting. In my area, there's 3 networking meetings that I go to on a continual basis. So in Alberta, it might be the Alberta Networking Association. Here in New Jersey, it's called Central New Jersey Networking. So for each of your areas, it's going to have a specific title. In Dallas, it's called Dallas Networking Association. And it's a large collective group of entrepreneurs that come together and they have meetups, which are truly amazing. So if you absolutely have no friends and you have called every single person A through Z in your cell phone, you can start tomorrow. Go to meetup.com and you can start to join different networking groups. So that's ways that you can collectively start to choose groups. Now, once you find those groups, what you want to do, and there's one other group that I want to mention. It's my least favorite out of the groups, but I have to say it's something worth trying because you never know. I mean, I did meet an awesome distributor. It's just my least favorite out of the type of meetups that I like to go to. And they are called referral groups. They typically happen once a month, and a group of local business people will get together, and you'll sit around with a group of other business people that are in your area, and they'll ask you to present your business card. They'll give you 2 minutes to give a spiel about yourself, and you'll share information about yourself and exchange business cards. For me, those have been the least effective type of meetup groups that I've joined. I have found the most success in meetup groups, in groups such as the group that I shared with you. So for me, it's Central New Jersey Networking Group, and then there's also another one that's tied to Southern Jersey Networking Group. So go ahead, Ronnie.
What sets the 2 groups apart? You had your least favorite to your favorite. What is the difference of how they operate between the 2 of them that makes one of them your favorite?
I'm going to clarify that right now. The 2 groups that I talked about that are my favorite, a collective group of anywhere from, let's say, 150 to 300 people will gather together about every 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, and what you'll find in the groups is like-minded people, entrepreneurs, network marketers, business people, and you all come together, and typically sometimes you will pay $10 or $15 to come to the event for the evening. The host of that event will do a fashion show, they'll do some drawings, but the purpose of those groups is to really I'll typically go with my local group, and let's say 4 or 5 people can join me here in New Jersey. And what you want to do at the group, and before I get into that, let me clarify your question. Why I like those groups better than the referral group. Referral group is just a bunch of, 8 to 10 business people that are surrounded around a table where you exchange business cards. The other groups are open networking groups where they're actually like-minded people, where you can go, if you've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 people in your local area, you can go. There's, I've been to meetings where there are 300 and 400 people, and I'll say, Mark and Anthony, you guys go to the right. Mindy and Joanne, we're going to go to the left. There's no way that all 6 of us could be, you don't want to stay in the center focal of the room and just talk to each other. You want to split, conquer, and divide, and all mingle and meet people.
So there seems to be a little bit more of a social interaction in the second, the one that you like, and the other first one is too cut and dry. You know, if you're sitting around just exchanging cards, because if you're going to a group where there's a little bit of the person organizing it created a little bit of an event, such as a fashion show or some special speaker, and if you're, you know, you're able to, it's a little bit more social. Maybe that's why it's better.
Well, it's definitely more social, but what I have found is that you just meet a collection of not that business people aren't like-minded, but the type of people that you can encounter at these larger networking meetings, you have a better probability of being able to connect with people that are going to be an avatar for our business. And
when you talk about people who don't have friends and you want to encourage them to go to some of these networking organizations, it takes a lot of courage for someone who's singular, such as they're by themselves, they're not going in a little group, to pick themselves up and go someplace that they've never been to before. So how do they enter into the group with courage?
that's a great question. And if you are in an area and you are by yourself, it does take courage, guys. It does take stepping out of your comfort zone. Just like it did that very first time that you did your video. And you had, you know, I remember the first time that I cut my very first still video before live video was out. And I remember I couldn't sleep for 2 nights. I had this inhibition about getting on video because I was coached, stare at that red dot, but it's so different when you're going to a networking event, because even though it takes courage, you walk in and people are so friendly, and you know, it's very interactive, and it does take, you know, if you're by yourself, stepping out of your comfort zone, but you know, start small, and even if you just go in and you have the purpose of meeting 2 new friends, that's okay. Next time you're going to go back and you're going to meet 4 friends. But have that courage to step outside of your comfort zone and just go with the intention of meeting 2 friends. People are so friendly. And
remember, you guys got to remember, like, everybody there is feeling the same way, right? Like, I used to go with my parents a long time ago to networking meetings and things like that, and everybody there is just as nervous as you are, right? You just gotta, I'm all about action. You just gotta want it more than you're afraid of it, right? You just gotta want it more than you're afraid of it. Just walk in and own the place. So
isn't it a great idea for us to look at the events calendars and see what's going on in areas that are close by to us? So if there's a distributor that's living in a small town and goes and sees what's going on in events, and they see that there's a place, something's going on somewhere that's only an hour or 2 away. It's not a big convention, but it's sometimes it's at a restaurant or it's at a small group meeting, and find out where they are and actually just show up, because at that point you're going with 2 PC people that you have a connection to already. You know, it's not as cold a walk-in as, you know, just going on finding a networking group. And Mindy, you know, you're so right about a lot of this, because I spend a tremendous amount of my time as a volunteer. And I volunteer in a number of different things, and it brings you to people because you're bringing them something that they need, and you're a person with a personality, and you're reaching out to them, and people are very responsive to that. So volunteering is probably one of the best things that I've ever done. And I'm talking about from volunteering in a theater where I'm singing and dancing with a whole bunch of younger people, to volunteering in a senior home where I'm the youngest kid on the block. You know, but there's other people that surround them, people that work there, people that do service there, and so I meet people of all ages, and I'm not limiting myself to only seniors when I go into a senior residence. So there's lots of things that connect you to other people. So it's a chain that you're building, a chain of reaction to who you are and what you do. So there's so many ways to meet and befriend people. I think it's so important that we go to events. I think it all comes down to that. So that you build your surrounding friendships more on solid ground, on real solid ground, and and then let's remember why we do what we're doing. We're doing this to build our business. We're doing this to grow. We're doing this to reach, to achieve something, to build our ranks, to build our teams. And, we need to set examples as we go along. Example of how good the products are, example of how good it is to interact with each other, and the example of how much real friendships you create. Because, I have hundreds of friends now. I have to check to see how many friends I have now. Probably four figures for sure. And I really feel like I can click on any one of them and talk to them, like right out of the box. It's not like I don't have to excuse myself into their space and say, and then reintroduce myself. I really feel that there is some true friendships going on, especially the people that I talk to on a regular basis. That's the most amazing part. I think that TTO is probably the best thing that Jeunesse ever created within itself, regardless of the products. People join people. It's not just the company. That's what and I'm a new marketer, and I'm learning what all these things mean, not from someone feeding me the words. I'm living them. And, I didn't need to find more relationships when I entered into this, but I realized how much I needed them. I really, really needed them. Because, I spend a lot of time in my home. I take care of my husband who had a stroke 6 years ago, and that makes me stay home quite a bit. And I had to find a way that I don't feel that I'm not growing. I have to continue to live. And joining this organization made that possible. So it takes care of a lot of stuff. It feeds me a lot of things. Some personal satisfactions, some accomplishments, and take a look. I mean, I haven't been this size since I was in high school. Come on. I was a steady size 16 forever. And I'm very proud to say that I'm wearing a size 8 today. And I'm not looking back, I'm looking forward, and I'm going to stay this way and keep doing what I'm doing, and I'm going to keep making those friends and keep growing. And I think that I'm the new 50, actually. 70 is the new 50, and that's
You look awesome, and you're gonna go to one of those meetups, right?
Yes. You know what? Look. I have been always up front and center in everything that I do. I'm not really a follower. I really always have taken the initiative to be a leader. Even when I was 16 and I went to summer camp, I had to when they needed someone to take over a section, I'm the one who stepped up to the plate, and I took care of a whole section. I mean, I always wanted to do the leading. But you know what? I love following a good leader. That's even better than being a good leader. You can follow a good leader. You can be a good leader. And I think that's the experience that I bring with me over the years, because I've trained hundreds of designers in my studio, because I was affiliated with a design school, and they did their stage work through my design place. And I have done so much to watch people grow all my life. I didn't realize I was in the marketing business from the get-go. I didn't just discover it a year and a half ago. I've been doing this for 44 years, except I was doing it for a different purpose in a different industry. But motivating and moving people forward and making them feel good about themselves and accomplish things that they want to accomplish. I was so proud of my designers when they would leave and they would go out there in the field and they would take on their own clients, and I would run into them and various wholesale showrooms, and they would point at me and say, "There's Ronnie. She was my teacher. She was my teacher. She was my mentor." That felt great. I want to replicate that in Jeunesse now. I'm ready for that because I can't get out in the field the way I used to because of my situation at home, and I spend a lot of time here, and it's actually an industry that you could stay and give the hours that you want at any part of the 24-hour cycle. I mean, I chose to work between 11 and 4 a.m. because that was my time. I mean, how crazy is that? How insane is that? But that's what I did. I mean, I hear Jack hollering, "Aren't you coming to bed?" I said, "I'm home. I'm here. I love what I'm doing." And he'd say, "Okay," because he understands. He understands me. No one knows me as well as he does. He knows that I need to nurture my own dreams and my own desires. And I still have a lot of steam in this engine, let me tell you. So.
Believe it. Right on, Ronnie. Mindy, we have created some of the greatest relationships. Even Mindy and I will tell you. TTO brings out some of the greatest relationships, right, Min?
Absolutely so. And what we see here at TTO, you don't find. It's just a family. It's a culture inside of an organization that is one. But what you find inside of this organization, this family, you just don't find inside the industry, where that at 2 o'clock in the morning you can message somebody and they're going to message you back. Or they're going to catch you on Facebook at 2 o'clock in the morning and they're going to say, "What are you doing up?" But truly, we have something so special. And, when you asked me that question, it's about, stepping out and going to these meetups. It is something that does take courage. But what we're doing as distributors, we're building a legacy, an empire for ourselves. And truly, for those people that, have, like Cheryl said, stated that they've run out of friends, they've called everybody in their phone book. If, you want to get out and meet people, if you want to take advantage of what is available, and that's only one way. I didn't find my particular groups here in New Jersey through meetup.com, but the best way to teach it is to replicate it and duplicate that down, to teach it to people that are listening from all over the country and all over the world, is to teach it through meetup.com. Because you can literally get into meetup.com and you can find something that's 5 minutes from your house. And there's all different kinds of groups. And it's really how you want to build out your business. Just like in TTO, it's unique in the fact that we've got the marketing system. And if somebody wants to build their business using road signs, we've discussed that. We've shown people what's possible. The same thing is possible with meetups. It does take courage. It does, if you're that one person that is in your area, just, make it a goal that you are going to walk in and, like I said, meet 1 or 2 friends. Make that your milestone. Be in your greatness. And the next time you're going to want to go back and you're going to want to make 5 or 10 friends, because that's what those meetups are designed to do. They're designed so that everybody can interact, because it's true, there are other people that are feeling the same way that you do. Not everybody can just walk into a room like me and feel, that I will talk to anybody. So I understand where you pose that question, but it's the same situation, just like making a video for the first time. You're going to feel that challenge. You're going to feel that flutter of walking in. But it's just, once you do it once, it's like riding a bicycle. You're going to want to do it again, because the possibility is so grand that you could walk in there, and if you're at Pearl You could walk in there and meet a whole handful of people, and you could run yourself to Sapphire. So that's why the possibilities of meetups are endless, because you'll never run out of people to connect with there. And like I said, if you're by yourself, just make 2 friends. If you go with a group, position yourself to conquer and divide the room and work the room, because there's no way that even 5 or 6 people could get around and mingle with 300 people. So if you are in an area, like in Canada, I know there's areas where there's 10, 15 people together. Go to these meetups together and split up, conquer the room, and you're going to have so much fun. Same thing in Texas and all over the place. And even if you're by yourself, just go and, like I said, just meet 2 new friends.
Right on. Right on. Relationship business, right? From meeting people inside of TTO and meeting people all on the internet. You can meet people through road signs. You can meet people through meetups. You can meet people everywhere. You just have to be willing to talk to new people. Nothing's coming out when I'm saying so. You have to be willing to meet new people. Oh, that sounds great.
You are greatness.
You have to be willing to meet new people. Right on. Right? Relationship business. Anybody else want to add to that? Ronnie, you want to add to that?
Well, you know what? I think that we all go away with something. There's no voids anywhere. There's no empty spaces. Even when I make a video and I say to myself, I don't even know what I'm going to talk about. Just saying hello, just welcoming somebody into your space. You're talking from your own living room or dining room, like I am. Or, you're exposing yourself to them in a comfortable way, and you're saying, come and have a cup of tea with me and get to know me. And this is probably this is where I'm headed. The first 10 videos that I made was just to find a theme that would be interesting for me to talk about, so I could be focused, so I could feel like I could go on. But I think we come into an age where, in the video making, in this 30-day period, where you have to be a little bit more honest, a little more true to who you are. And I know that I'm going into that phase where I want my friends out there who are following my videos to know me better, to know what I've done with my life, to know something about my kids, my grandkids, what are my dreams, even that now I have them, and what I've accomplished, and what am I looking to accomplish. I want them to know these things because I think that it will trigger something. It will trigger something in someone out there that they need to do this too. And I think that's really the purpose. It's not so much about me getting to know me, because I know me better than anybody, I think, and I'm discovering new things about me all the time. But somebody out there may just relate to something that I say, one word, and if that just triggers them to examine who they are and what they're doing with their life, and that there's a future for them even when they thought there isn't one anymore and they're stuck in the grind that they're in, they don't have to be. They can come out of the grind and come right out and blossom. And they don't have to say, I'm giving up, because I will never do that. I'm not a quitter. I never will be. And I think that I just want to spark someone else with the drive that they could be more than who they are if they want to be.
Right on. That's beautiful. Beautifully said. Right on. So, if you guys been hanging out with us, know that this is truly a relationship business, and you can build relationships anywhere with the people inside of TTO. If you're not getting the support that you want or need from the people that are surrounding you, surround yourself with new people. Surround yourself with like-minded people, right? So you have a whole family of people inside of TTO. Make sure you get your people plugged into TTO, right? Make sure you get everybody in here so that they know that everybody in here is on their team, no matter if they're left, right, down, whatever. We're all here to help out. We're all on your team, right? Part of being plugged in is understanding that you have relationships with people everywhere. Make new relationships with people. Make new friends. No, you don't have to talk about your business all the time. Making new friends is something that we could do at any age. Honey's telling you, you can get started and be whoever you are whenever you want to. You can change your life whenever you want to, right? No matter if you're 70 or 30 or 20 or whatever, right? You can be whoever you want to be. Work and use the system for everything that you got. Get in front of that 30-day video challenge. Find out so many things about ourselves and what we're capable of. If we could stick and stay, we can make it 30 days. If we can make it through 30 days of videos, if we could stare down the light of a video camera and come out great on the other side, how much consistency we could put up with and how much we can keep on going. We have great people inside of TTO, great people inside of this leadership council, great people who have come up on here on the Hangouts, great people that you should connect with and learn from. If you haven't listened to Sunday Night Call, you need to listen to it. If you don't have your marketing system, you need to get it. If you aren't connected with the people inside of TTO, get your people connected to them. Because this stuff right here, no matter how much money people are making, no matter what they're doing, if you don't get people started off right, you don't get people plugged into the family that is TTO, you're never going to experience days like this. Never going to have Brent Stewart saying that he wants to come to your house in Jersey. Or Wendy saying we want to come there too. Or Jackie DeWitt flying in from Canada because she knows that we're going to have the craziest, greatest time anywhere we go. Right? When you walk into Orlando, it's going to feel like family. And all the people that are around you that maybe didn't accept you for what you did, all those people that you connect with today inside of here will support you. Right? Make new friends. Find like-minded people. And you can do this at any age that you want to. You can change your life at any moment. At any moment. You have everything that you need. Everything right in front of you, from the leadership to the team to the people that are surrounding you that will help you at any moment in time. Get your business started out right. Make sure you keep your people plugged in. Make sure you stay plugged in. Make sure you can talk when you get on Hangouts. Have a good time. Thank you, Ronnie, for hanging out with me. Thank you, Mindy, for hanging out with me. I love you guys. Right on. Give your wave goodbye, Ronnie.
Thank you for asking. Thank you.
Right on. Loved you. Your camera was great the whole time, too. I got to tease Ronnie for just a second. Because that's my personality.
I told you I'm a quick study.
Awesome. Mindy, thank you so much for hanging out. I knew no technical difficulty was stopping you. I was just waiting.
No, thank you. I'm honored and blessed that you asked me to be here, and I hope you feel better.
Oh, thank you. Thank you guys so much for hanging out.
You're welcome. Good night, Ronnie. Great job.
Good night, everybody.
Beautiful.
Bye.
You
Bye,
both.
guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.